Let's make some summertime's here, and I'm gonna make some kind of summertime fun is what I'm gonna make today. I went to the store earlier today to fill the cupboards and everything, and I realized they do not make Jell-O pudding pops anymore. Now that's how out of the loop I am with those kind of treats, but I had no idea that they didn't make Jell-O pudding pops anymore. So what we're gonna do today is I decided to come home and make Jell-O pudding pops. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Now, all you need for Jell-O pudding pops, and this is surprisingly easy, is a couple cups of milk, half cup of evaporated milk. Now, if you don't have evaporated milk, just use like cream or use half and half. But it's got to be a little bit thicker than regular milk. And the other thing, you just need one pack of Jell-O. But I'm going to make butterbeer, Harry Potter butterbeer. I'm going to attempt this, and I think this is going to be pretty fun. But we're going to make butterbeer flavored Harry Potter pudding pops. I know this isn't cast iron, but this is just something a little fun. And I figured if we had a few people show up, then we could talk about this week's show coming up, because I'm super excited about this week's show. Hey, Cynthia and Rick, we were just talking. There we go. And but anyway, and then like I said, you need 2 cups of milk, half cup of evaporated milk, or cream, or half and half. You can use that. You know what I thought might be a good substitute too is flavored coffee creamer, like the Bliss or something that's kind of natural. And then 1 box of pudding, 1/4 cup of sugar. And we're going to swirl this. We're going to use butterscotch and vanilla to make this. How fun is that? How fun is that? This is going to be fun. So let's jump right into it. So first, we're going to take 1 cup of milk for the first half of this, and we're going to make them in separate containers. Everybody see that okay? Yeah. So we're going to do 1 cup of milk. There we go, cup of milk. I think I'm gonna have to end up opening another milk carton, but anyway. So then we're gonna go 1/4 cup. Is this my 1/4 cup? Can't see it. I need to get different, so that's my 1/8 cup. Okay, so half cup. So we're gonna cut that in half, and we're gonna put that in here. Let's swirl. Exactly, Rick. We're gonna swirl and make these really fun. If I can get the container, cheese will Pete. Why don't the container one up? Okay, so there's that, and then we're gonna do 1/4 cup. Let me see. Yeah, that's right. So we'll do 1/4 cup of the half and half. So there's that, about half. Dump that in, and we'll need 1/8 of a cup of sugar, because we're going to, like I said, we're dividing this stuff in half. So there we go. What are you baking? What are you baking, Cynthia? Anything delicious? Let's see here. And we got our 1/8 of a cup of sugar, because we're breaking this in half. Like yay. I've already made chicken soup today. That's what I got in the pot back behind me. So we're going to cut this in half. Now there's 3 and a half. So we're going to do 1 3/4 ounce of the mix. And the rest I'm just going to make Jell-O. We'll do about 1 1/2 ounces of this. Yeah, it's like an episode of Breaking Bad. So if there's any kids watch, I shouldn't have said that. Probably kids are going to watch this. Okay, so we got that in there. So we got 1 1/2 of the vanilla. The vanilla pudding. We're going to put that into there. There we go, like so. There we go. There's that, and we'll just mix that up in there. Like yay. And mix this. Let's see, was there any? Yep, that was it. And we'll just mix that up. Just a little bit. I'll look at the comment section while I'm doing that. If everybody can hear me okay, just hit the like button if you would. That would be really, really cool. But, and whatever's left over, I'm gonna end up probably just make some ice cream for later. But I've got people coming in and out tomorrow and the next day. So I've got that part done. So we got the vanilla one done. Now, oops, dropped my cap. That means the Biggs is gonna come a running. Let me grab my other milk. I didn't realize that one was so low. So let me grab another container of milk out. And I'll get that opened up. But anyway, okay, so then we're gonna jump over and make the butterscotch one. Ooh, an Italian sheet cake dubs. Very nice. Might have to do some trading. So let's go back over here and we'll start with our pudding on, and we'll get an ounce and 3/4 of that, this one in here. Put that back in that little deal. This is super easy. But yeah, I just want to talk about this week's show. We're gonna be doing our KFC chicken strips. But the thing that I'm really excited about is I've got about 5 to 10 pounds of ramp coming through the mail from West Virginia this week. And if you've never had ramp, you don't know what you're missing. And what ramp is it's kind of an Appalachian area wild onion slash like a garlic and an onion. So ramp is, and it's really, really good. I mean, it's really, really good. And I'm gonna be cooking with ramp this week. Everything was gonna have, at some point, a lot of this is gonna have ramp added to it. Let's see, so we need another cup of milk. Where are we at here so I can gauge that out? Okay, so we got 1/4 cup, so 1 1/4 cup, go to 1 1/4 cup. There's that. I knew we'd run out of milk. And then we're going to open another. That's one thing after my shoulder surgery, my twisting hands, my twist isn't that great in my right hand anymore. That, we'll go to 1 1/4 cup with this of the cow juice. There we go. Is that right? Yeah. Mix that down. And it doesn't matter if we swirl it up because this is going to be swirled together. So let me make sure I'm got enough milk in there. And just add this a little bit. A little bit more. Where's the Beaks? The Beaks is asleep. The Beaks is sleeping. She's always sleeping. Especially here today, it's been raining all day. So it's been really a boring day. And it's been a day of like cleaning the house and doing laundry, and we were wrestling. So if you see any dog hair on my hoodie, it's because we were wrestling about 15 minutes ago. Playing ball in the house, which I never recommend. Especially when you've got a shelf of cast iron in the one room. When you got racks of cast iron in the one room that she can actually knock over. So, and then let's see, then we're going to put our other, let's see, what would that be? Another 1/4 cup of our thick cow juice in here. half and half, and dump that in there. But yeah, this ramp stuff, man, it's going to be fun. Plus, I've got the latest addition to the cast iron collection from Lodge that just came out a couple weeks ago, so I'll be unboxing that. We'll be cooking with the ramp, which is going to be really fun. Do some southern sides, and since Cornbread Festival was last week, we'll probably be making a little bit of that, just to kind of because it's that time of the year. It's, you know, it was funny because I've talked to people that went to Cornbread Fest this year, and they said no, it was really not full this year. Like there's a lot of people didn't go, which the people that did go really kind of enjoyed that there wasn't a big crowd, but there wasn't a big crowd this year, which was kind of surprising. I was kind of surprised that there wasn't a big crowd. I thought this was, but I don't know any content creators that went. People that normally go, or YouTubers or any of that kind of thing, that actually went to Cornbread Fest this year. I was kind of surprised by that a little bit. Get that off. I had some of that stuck on the bottom. Let's see. There's the Rhinestone Cowboy in. I had my back to the monitor, sorry. But yeah, the ramp is really cool. It's one of those things that's kind of like, ramp is sort of like morel mushrooms. It's one of those things that you can really only get in the wild, and it's hard to come by. Restaurants pay big money for ramp, and that's why I'm really super excited to have my own 5 to 10 pounds of ramp this year, because I dehydrate it and I make all kinds of spice mixtures out of it, and it's some of the best stuff ever. I mean, there's a couple different types. You can get white or you can get the red. I think what I've got coming is the red. And the red is a little bit more mild than the white one. The white's pretty strong for the most part. But I should be getting red ramp. And like I said, I cannot wait. And I'll take and dehydrate that stuff down and add dehydrate tomatoes and just anything, and mix up a bunch of. I'll have spices for a couple years out of all that. Plus, you can cook with it. You can make salads out of it. You can do it like greens. Yeah, Cynthia, a lot of people don't know what ramp is. Ramp is it's an Appalachian thing. But like I said, it's sort of like morel mushrooms. If you've heard of morel mushrooms, you can't grow. People don't have. I mean, occasionally you can find some places that have been able to recreate doing morel mushrooms, but it's really difficult. It's hard to do. It's one of those things that you just can't recreate it very well, and that's one of the things. The bounty of Mother Nature, as they say. And then put this little bit in here. We'll do the butterscotch first. And then we'll do some of the vanilla in there. Now there is no reveal. Sorry, there's not going to be a reveal. Because mostly I wanted to just kind of hang out for a few minutes and talk about this week's show that's coming up. Because that's going to be a really good time. I mean, I'm super excited about this. I'm really excited to get my pan that's on its way. I checked the tracking on the pan that's coming here, and that will be here on Monday. And the ramp will be here on Monday. So, like I said, I am really excited about this week's show. Plus, not to toot my own horn, but I really like these chicken strips because I use a particular kind of seasoning for this, and it does come out just like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Val, oh hey Val, what's up? I'm making butterbeer pudding pops, Harry Potter style, because like I was saying earlier, I didn't realize until I was at the store today looking for some snacks to put in the freezer that they don't make Jell-O pudding pops anymore. That's how out of it I am with that kind of stuff. But we're more like outshine bar types, kind of that kind of stuff. But I wanted some ice cream for the freezer, and I wanted some, since we've done all this for the last couple weeks, we've done a lot of getting rid of, emptying out the freezer from the winter. Now it's time to stock for summer. And there we go. All right. And then the rest of this I'm just going to pour into a bowl and kind of make ice cream for my, let's see, I might be banned from the giveaway. Oh, nope, you won't be banned from the giveaway. But since I'm giving away your pan, I don't know if you're going to want it. You'll probably actually want to win this one because I'm giving away your pan, so you're definitely going to want to be in on that. But yeah, like I said, there's going to be some kids around this week, and I thought this would be kind of a fun thing. And everybody in my house is kind of a Harry Potter fan, so, you know. And I never used to be, I don't know if I'd consider myself a fan as to where I just, when your kids like stuff and you watch stuff with your kids, you tend to end up kind of knowing about it anyway. I'm gonna top these off with the, here we go. I'll wipe these up and make them look clean. There we go. There we are. And just that little bit more. I got the funniest email though this morning. I was looking through my emails to see if anybody from just checking my mail, and somebody wrote a note, sent me a message that said, "I like your show, but all you do is cast iron." And I'm like, okay, that's kind of the name of the show. That's sort of the idea of it. Okay, bounce those a little bit, take the air out of them. There we go. All right. Let me see. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I like your show, but it's all about cast iron. It's like, did you read the title before you clicked onto it? And they suggested that I'd make other things, and I mean, that's not really why I'm doing this. I was just doing this to just kind of get on and talk about this week's show, and you know, yeah, the only rule is you have to be subscribed, and probably anybody that's here right now has already blessed me with that, so I would imagine that's already done. So, but that's the only stipulation. Uh-oh, Fuzz is here. You want to give it to her for Christmas? I gotta figure out a way where I can watch the comments while I'm working on things. Something I really gotta. But I'm really, here in the next 30 days, we're really gonna have there's gonna be a lot of different things to the show. It's gonna be a little more. Definitely, we're getting away from the side blocks on the camera, and we'll be adding a lot of stuff like that. That'll be done. It'll be different. Be able to full screen everything, and all that kind of stuff. Just get that off there. But yeah, I'm just going to use that to make like some. And I thought I had another one of these, but I thought I had another one of these containers, but I think what happened with that is I let one of the kids take one or two to their house, or gave them one for their house, and now I don't have the other ones. So I just have this amount. That's okay. I don't need a million of these things laying around. Plus, I can keep the pudding and I can just mix that together, and I can make different ones later on. I can add more to these as we go, which is that's probably what I'll end up doing. Let's see. There you go. That's enough wiping. It's enough of that. Let's see. Then they unsub. They don't win. Yeah. So don't unsubscribe or you won't win. And I can't. That is one thing. I am technologically not that great, but I do know if people are subscribed or not. I do know how to do that. So you put your little lids on, and in 3.5 hours in the normal freezer, and you've got these, and they are going to come out kind of cool. I don't know if you can see the bottoms up there or not, but there is that. Let me see. Let me get on the other. See the camera side. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was holding it too close. But yeah, those are fun. They got a little swirl in there. Tap them around a little bit more. That'll help swirl it. There we go. And just like butterbeer pudding pops. Put those in the freezer. Oh yeah, you watch for the fun. It is. Yeah. Thanks so much, Val. It is pretty fun. I like to. I hope it's fun. I don't do this to. I like to do this. It's a break from all the crappy news that's always on, or sports or things like that, and just that kind of stuff. So that's I like to do that. That's why I do it. Because gosh, you can't turn on nothing without it just being negative and mean and everything else. So that's what I like about this community, cast iron folks. We just get on here and talk about iron and fun stuff. There we go. Put that in there. And we'll just give that a mix. And once we run out of the other ones, I think I'll just do that. I'll just mix that around. And then when I run out of the other, I'll just add this to it. There. That's even a better swirl than the ones I made. And you can do that with anything. You can do that with anything. You can do that with... The one thing I was thinking about too, since I realized they didn't make the pudding pops, is I wasn't sure, and I didn't look this up or not, but I didn't know if they made regular Jell-O pops. Did they make Jell-O pops back in the day? I couldn't remember. I could not remember if they did or not. So let's put that in the freezer. Let's see. I like competition calling you lizards losers. Not since coffee. Yeah, man. Let's see. Only giveaways are accepted are 100% pristine wash and Indian head number 13 never circulated pan. I'll take that. Yeah, that'd be a nice one. That'd be nice to find. The one thing I did find, and it's back out in the garage. I should have brought that out to show. But I found a number 11 Wagner a couple days ago. That was pretty cool. I did come across one of those. One of the ARC logo Wagners. So that was. Let's see, I have a question of building a larger lye bath, but hardware only had 99% pure lye, not 100%. Yeah, you can use that. I would go a little bit, I'd add about a half, like what you normally do a pound. I'd do 1.25 pounds if you could. Yeah, that's, you can use the, is it what I think it's what they call food grade, not food grade lye. But yeah, that's, but yeah, 100% or 99% is 100%. You can do that. 99% works 100% of the time. There's a little anchorman math there for you. But yeah, that's 100%. It'll work. Put the extra pudding into Dixie cups with spoons and freeze those. Man, if I had spoons and Dixie cups, that would be a great idea. That is a good idea, though. I like that. When we were kids, we would do it we would make the we would make pudding pops and stuff like that. And we would put straws in them in Dixie cups. And we also, when we were little, we would do the Kool-Aid ones where you put the plastic wrap on the top, and you'd fill your ice cube trays up with Kool-Aid or juice or whatever, and then you would put plastic wrap on the top of them, and then do them with toothpicks. And I let the kids. I used to do that for the kids when they were little. Till the one kid, the neighbor kid, was running with it and poked a big hole in the side of his face with one of the toothpicks. So I think that's what ended all that. Yeah. At least sharing them with the kids down the street. Here's a little hack. Don't put your lids in the dishwasher, even if they say that, because I did that with my lids and all of them cracked like that. Every one of them cracked. So I'll be hand washing those from here on out. 100% Walmart in the plumbing section. Yeah, that's where I get mine, or I order it off of like Amazon or somewhere like that. You can get it. And the messed up part of that is I was getting, I used to get live from, I think it was the dollar store, and you could get there for the longest time, you could get it from dollar store or the hardware store, and a pound of lye was like $1 or $2. And I just went and got some the other day. I just got another 5-pack offline, and it was like $23. I couldn't believe it was that. I could not believe it was that expensive. And I had a shelf, almost a half of a rack shelf years ago. I just bought a case of powdered lye, and I'm down to the last couple, so I ordered it a little bit more because I know spring's coming and I got a lot of restoration to do. And I couldn't believe how much it was. Let's see. W's gonna be out there, pickles and Doc. Doesn't Sonic have Sonic, or somewhere like Sonic? Don't they have the new pickled lemonade or something? They have pickled. I like pickles, but I don't like them that much. Let's see, what kind of jam does Honey Badger like? What kind do I like? Man, I like all kinds of jam. Or is this a joke question? I'm not sure which one. I like all kinds of jam. Mostly I like cherry jam. That's one of my favorites. Apricot. I really like apricot really well. I like that a lot. And I'm kind of an old soul. I like the marmalades and stuff. But I don't have those are off the top of my head. Sweet jam or heat. I'm not a big fan of, what do you call it? Jalapeno jam. I bought a jar a couple years ago. It's not bad, and I was eating it on peanut butter and everything, but I just got to the point with it where I didn't eat it enough. I just ended up, with the hot one, I ended up throwing it away. Because eventually it kind of went bad. But I'll eat it. I've eaten it, and it's okay. I just wouldn't eat a lot of it. But yeah, there's not a jam I don't like. I'm not really a super picky eater, to be really honest. I'm just not. I never have been. I've never been a really picky eater. I think I'm going to make up the rest of that pudding and just make regular pudding, and we'll call that. Badger wants to jam with White Mountain Girl. I don't know what she's doing today. I have no idea what White Mountain Girl is up to today. Let me see. Kool-Aid pickles are the bomb. Oh my God. No way. No way would I be eating Kool-Aid pickles. There's gotta be something bad to that. Who comes up with these combinations? That's the one thing I want to know. Who comes up with combinations like Kool-Aid and pickles? Who thinks? That's got to be in states where it's legal. I'm telling you that. where the devil's lettuce is legal. That's who comes up with those things. Let's see, I just needed a cup of milk. And I'm just gonna make the rest of this pudding real quick. Mainly a kid snack? You gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me on that. If I made that, if I gave that to my kids, they'd think it was a joke. Or it was a dare. That sounds like something that's created, it's like a dare, like created on a dare. That's got to be something that's like created on a dare. It's just got to be. I can't believe that's real. Turn your kid's hair nappy. That's funny. That is funny though. All right, so we'll just make our pudding real quick. Well, we got it all together. And that's the funny thing about this butterbeer craze that everybody, all the Potter kids have been digging on. It's just vanilla and butterscotch. But we did get, for Christmas, I did get the kids, and I think I've mentioned this before, I got the kids butterbeer chocolate bars that had caramel on the inside from Books A Million, or one of the other bookstores had them, and I put them in their stockings, and I got myself one. And I was hungry on the way home from going Christmas shopping, and I ended up eating one. I got one for myself, and I ate it. And it was so good, I turned around and went back. I was going to buy the box that they had there, and the box, they were gone. And I said, well, when are you guys going to get more in? And they were like, that's it. And it was just Harry Potter brand. It wasn't made by, didn't say like a particular, I think it might have been Palmer that made them, but it wasn't anything, they weren't going to bring that back. Yeah, I've heard of fried pickles. I mean, hey, Tom's Food Factory, what's up, buddy? Just in time for me to make the groundbreaking instant pudding. But yeah, I've had fried pickles, and I don't like them. I don't dig on fried pickles either. But, you know, everybody's got, you know. But, and I will say this, if you get something for whatever reason at the fair, I don't know what kind of fair magic that they do with their fried stuff. Because I get, like, say, for example, when I went to Cornbread Fest a couple years ago, I got gator bites, gator tail on a stick. And when I go to Bowling Green, Ohio has the Black Swamp Festival, and they have gator on a stick there, and it's incredible, absolutely fantastic. But if I make fried gator at home, it tastes like crap. I've never had really good luck making fried gator at home, and I follow recipes, I do it KFC style, like my chicken, and but I've never had good luck with it. Not even a little bit. Kind of clean my spot up here. Yeah, pudding pops, super easy. And Bill Cosby doesn't come to your house either. They're not made by Bill Cosby, which is a good thing. Cynthia, Texas Roadhouse has the best fried pickles. Never had those at Texas Roadhouse. I usually fill up on the bread and their honey butter. Let's see, my kids asked me once, if you hit I missed it. It rolled past. I can't roll it back on the monitor. Maybe it's on this one. Maybe it's on the back of that one. No. But yeah, at Roadhouse, man, I get so filled up on the rolls and the butter. And they also have a really good salad. Despite how it looks, all about a foot-long corn dog. See, I'm not big on corn dogs either. They're okay, but I don't go out of my way to get one. I'll eat one, but it's just not my jam. Let's see, I've also had an emu cheesecake sandwich, really. I'd eat emu. Let's see. I'm gonna go in Wednesday and ask. Okay. But yeah, 100%. Not a fan of corn. Yeah, corn dogs are one of those things. Now I like the ones that if you've ever had the blueberry, like the blueberry muffin with the sausage inside. I like those. I will eat those, and that might even actually be a good show idea. Because I saw who was it? Mudbrooker did corn dogs with the corn stick pans, and that looked pretty good. Hey, Greg, what's going on? Good to see you. We're about. I'm not gonna. Yeah, the magic already happened, Greg. Sorry. We're talking pickles and corn dogs. Double fist them, one in each hand, running with it with your hands in the air. That's funny. Let's see. But yeah, Greg, it's okay. I was really just wanting to talk about the show. I was sitting here getting ready to make some treats, getting ready to make some pudding pops, and yeah, that didn't sound bad, Tom. But yeah, I was just making Jell-O pudding pops and shoot, I just knocked something off. And all that, and talking about this week's show, and I was trying to explain to everybody what Ramp is, because Ramp's going to be one of the stars of the show, of some of the shows coming up for certain, because I'm really into having this Ramp stuff is so good. It's a really versatile kind of thing too. It's one of those things you can do a lot of stuff with it. Move my camera around there just a little bit. There we go. Oop. Take that in a little closer. I don't know why that's wanting to mess up like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm just getting ready to get off here in a minute. Pudding cups to freeze. I was at the dollar store and bought some pudding. Put the sticks in them. Put the sticks in them. You got pudding pops, Val. That'd be great. But yeah, the ramp is really cool. One day this week, I'll put up some pictures. I might even do that tonight if I'm not too busy, or tomorrow. I'll put up some pictures of ramp in the post section, because it grows wild, and a lot of people don't even know that they have it. It's kind of like yard onions and wild strawberry. Like if you're in a part of the country that gets yard strawberries that are real small, things like that. But a lot of people don't know. Yeah, they're like an onion. It's like a green onion, but it's got a different flavor. It's almost like a garlic and onion together. Let me see. But yeah, a lot of times it's one of those things, if you don't know what it looks like, you don't know you have it. So yeah. Let's see. Promise I'd never heard of a fried hot dog until I watched. Did it? We boil. Yeah, I've always been a boiled hot dog guy. Boiled hot dog with a little bit of pickle relish. That's the way I've always had them. I grew up doing that. We even do, if you've ever noticed on some of the shows where I've done breakfast, the smoky links. I think I did one with smoky links. I boil my smoky links. People think that's weird, but yeah. But ramp is like. But going back to this ramp thing, they have a really big leaf, like a broad leaf, and I know I had them around our house when we were kids, and we had them around our house when we were kids, but it's mostly an Appalachian area. It's not an Appalachian thing because that's where they harvest it. It's just because that's where it kind of grows. West Virginia is one of the only because West Virginia is the only pure Appalachian state. That it grows statewide. A lot of places it doesn't grow. It only grows in certain parts of the state, like through Pennsylvania and places like that. New York gets it. Val, you might even get it up where you live. Weber's horseradish mustard. I'll tell you what, Weber's is good, and Weber's is the one that makes Stadium mustard too. Stadium mustards, that's an acquired taste, but. I do like that's a Cleveland style dog when you put the Stadium mustard on it. I don't know if other people, if that's big anywhere else in the country, but when I went to the Indians games back when I was a lot younger, when I was like in high school and stuff, that's where I started getting stadium mustard. And let me see, we used to take chicory, the blue flowers along the road, add acorns to make coffee. Yeah, yeah, chicory coffee. They used to do that. They used to do that a long time. They've done that for centuries. Let's see, I'm dying to try that wine. It looks so tasty. Yeah, and that recipe, Greg, that for the cocoa vin really worked out. I'm going to do it again, and I want to do it with chicken this time. Just because when I did it with the pheasant, it really went really fast. Because there's not much to a pheasant. So it was like, I was glad I just made it for myself but I mean, I ate basically a pheasant. It's kind of like, what's the game hen, like a Cornish hen. It's not much bigger than a Cornish hen, really. But yeah, Julia Child's recipe. Yeah, that was season 2 Julia Child recipe. I don't know what year it was. 60. I mean, it had to have been early 60s because her show came on from like 62 to 73 or something. But yeah, it had to have been like 63, 64, 63, 64, somewhere in there. Thanks, Fuzz. It was really good. I had that night, and then I had it for lunch the next day, and that was about it on that. Let's see, full dill Cynthia. Best of all, best. I don't know best of Val. That's what I thought you were gonna put. The combo with the potatoes, yeah. And I tell you what, those onions, I used, if people didn't catch it, I used what's called a sweet boiler onion, which is just a small onion, and those things worked great. That's definitely going to be on my shopping list, and putting the little crosshairs on the root end of it when I did those, those onions turned out perfect. They just don't get much better than that. Yeah, that combination was great. And it had a really like an old school kind of feel to it. A real hearty old school kind of feel, for sure. Yeah, I will do it again with the chicken. And the thing of it is if you do that one, like Julia said in the video I watched, she kind of the episode I watched, she made beef bourguignon at pretty much the same time, because basically what we did with that is we did a fricassee. That's where you do the sweat the meat and all that kind of stuff, and you did the fricassee, but beef bourguignon is about the same thing, but beef bourguignon's a stew, which is stew. Most people know is just you do everything at one time, as opposed to a fricassee where you do the meat first and then you add all the liquid to it. So let's see, Cynthia, I don't care for iced tea either. I make it for the family. I'm an iced tea. Yeah, I'm an iced tea with lemon kind of fella. But yeah, Greg, I'll definitely do it again. Next time I decide I want it, I'll make it for the show. But I want to try the beef bourguignon. Beef bourguignon. That's how good my French is. All right. But yeah, definitely, you guys definitely check out this Thursday's show. It's going to be. I'm really excited about this. We're going to be doing everything kind of Southern style this week. We got the ramp from West Virginia. We got the new Lodge pan that I'm going to unbox. The KFC style chicken strips. Another Southern side dish that's my favorite. And that's actually a recreate too. It's something we used to get when we were kids, but we got it came in a box. What I'm going to make for my side, we used to get it where I live. It was in a bird's eye box. And my mom would just break it out of the freezer and warm it up, but it was really good. So that's going to be this week at 8. And we are sticking with 8. 8 seems to be working out for everybody. And all that. But yeah, I think this is going to be This is going to be a good one. There's so much stuff that I don't even remember all of it. Oh, Beeg's Cam will be there. So yeah, the Beagle will be there, and my daughter Ming will be here. So that'll be fun. I doubt she'll be on camera, but she'll be in the background helping out. She always helps when she's here in the background. So anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna let everybody get back to their Saturday night. I'm gonna clean up my little Jell-O mess and all that. And hey, thanks everybody for just stopping by and saying hi. And I will definitely see you this Thursday in the comment section. All right, see you guys.